Right now at Walmart, you can get a 98-inch 4K TV for under $1,000, real Levi's jeans for $15, and over $300 off a Dyson vacuum. And most shoppers walk right past these deals without ever noticing them. But let me ask you something, how many times have you left Walmart thinking, I spent way too much and didn't even get that much? That ends today. Stick with me, because the last deal on this list costs the least, but might save you the most, especially if you've got a dog at home. Let's jump straight into number 11. 11. TCL 98 QLED 4K Google TV. Under $1,000, Walmart is dropping a 98-inch QLED 4K Google TV for under $1,000 this month, and it's catching every seasoned shopper off guard. A screen this massive, the kind that used to cost an entire paycheck or two, suddenly becomes something a regular household can actually afford. And here's a simple question to start strong. When was the last time you saw a nearly 100-inch TV priced under $1,000 ever? A friend could show you this TV today and you'd assume he spent thousands. But he'd look at you and say, Walmart, 900 and something. That's the kind of answer that makes you pause, because this isn't cheap tech or outdated inventory. This is QLED 4K Google TV delivering the kind of sharp, rich picture that turns game nights and weekend movies into a full-on theater experience right in your living room. What makes this deal so wild is how unreal it feels. A screen big enough that you could still see the score from the hallway. Bold, oversized, and shockingly affordable, all at the same time. And if item 11 already hits this hard, you're going to want to stick around, because the next deals push the limits even further. Ready for the next one? 10. KitchenAid Deluxe 4.5 Cute Stand Mixer, $399 to $279. This month, Walmart is dropping the KitchenAid Deluxe 4.5 quart stand mixer from $399 to just $279, and for anyone who knows how long these machines last, that price is shocking. KitchenAid mixers are the definition of buy it once, keep it for life. People in their 50s and 60s know this brand isn't about trends. It's about durability, reliability, and performance that never quits. Let me ask you, when was the last time you saw a real KitchenAid drop this low without it being refurbished? Most families have at least one person who swears by their KitchenAid. Maybe it's you, maybe it's someone you know. People treat these mixers like part of the family because they simply don't die. So, seeing Walmart slash the price, this dramatically feels like catching lightning in a bottle. A mixer that normally sits proudly at the top shelf price range suddenly becomes something you can justify without guilt. And honestly, even if you bake only a couple of times a year, the consistency and power make every dough, batter, and holiday recipe easier. What makes this deal even better is the timing. This is the season when people start prepping for gatherings, baking, cooking, and hosting. Getting a KitchenAid for $279 instead of $399 isn't just a deal. It's a head start on every recipe coming your way. A mixer this tough at this price is rare. And if item 10 already feels like a win, wait until you hear the next one, because item 9 hits in a completely different way. And it's sneaky good. 9. Dyson V12 Detect Slim Cordless Vacuum, over $300. Off this month, Walmart is knocking over $300 off the Dyson V12 Detect Slim, and that alone is enough to turn heads. Everyone knows Dysons are the luxury cars of vacuums. Powerful, lightweight, and engineered to last, but the price usually scares people off. So when a high-end model drops from premium territory straight into a range everyday shoppers can actually afford, it becomes the kind of deal you don't ignore. Let me ask you straight. How often do you see a true Dyson drop this much without it being used or refurbished? The truth is simple. People want Dysons. They just don't want Dyson prices. And Walmart basically erased the biggest barrier in one move. At over $300 off, the V12 suddenly becomes accessible for anyone tired of pushing around a noisy vacuum that barely picks up crumbs. This one has the laser dust detection, the lightweight frame, the deep cleaning power, all the features that make people say, okay, now this is why everyone loves Dyson. It's elite cleaning tech landing right in your budget zone. But here's the part that hits home. The moment you try it, you'll feel a little fancy vacuuming cereal off the carpet. And you'll also feel slightly annoyed you ever settled for a budget vacuum that sounded like a lawnmower. Deals like this don't show up often, and when they do, they usually don't last. And if item 9 is already dropping your jaw, stay with me, because item 8 hits a completely different part of your shopping brain, and it's just as surprising. By the way, If these deals are helping you save money, tap that like button and subscribe to Frugal Daily. It tells YouTube to show this to more smart shoppers and lets us keep hunting deals for you every week. Alright, back to the list. 8. Lange Hair Styler, $1.99 to $48. This month, Walmart is dropping the Lange Hair Styler from $119 down to just $48, and that alone is enough to make anyone stop scrolling. Hair tools rarely drop this far in price, especially ones people actually trust and use every single week. You know that feeling when your hair has a mind of its own? The frizz, the puff, the not today attitude. And a good styler is the only thing keeping the day from going downhill fast. Well, this deal is basically saying, why pay salon tool prices when Walmart is practically giving one away? Most people who own a Lange will tell you straight up, it's worth every penny. These things heat evenly, smooth fast, and make those quick morning fixes actually doable. But when Walmart cuts the price by more than half, it changes the conversation completely. Suddenly, the kind of beauty tool that normally sits high on the shelf becomes something you grab without hesitation. And for shoppers 54 to 65 who appreciate practicality as much as performance, this discount hits the sweet spot perfectly. What really makes this deal stand out is how visual it is. Bad hair days hit harder than most people like to admit, and having a tool that instantly fixes the chaos feels like a tiny miracle. Getting that level of control for only $48 this month? That's the type of find that makes people say, okay, that can't be right, but I'm not asking questions. And if item 8 is already delivering a surprise like this, wait until you hear number 7, because that one hits an even bigger audience. 7. Levi's Signature Denim, $15. Walmart is putting Levi's signature denim on the shelf for just $15. And that's the kind of price that stops every shopper in their tracks. Denim from a brand people have trusted for decades dropping into the same price range as a fast food meal? That doesn't happen often. And if you've been buying jeans long enough to know how hit or miss cheaper options can be, this deal feels like a small victory. Let me ask you straight. When was the last time you saw real Levi's for 15 bucks? Everyone knows the story. Jeans look perfect online, but they show up stiff, scratchy, or shaped like they were made for a cartoon character. Levi's signature doesn't do that. They fit right, they break in naturally, they hold up wash after wash. So, when Walmart sets the price at $15, the reaction is universal. You grab your size, you grab a backup, and you don't overthink it. Because deals like this tend to disappear the moment too many people find out. What makes this one almost unbelievable is how broad it hits. Men, women, teens, adults. Good denim is universal, and affordable good denim is almost unheard of. $15 for Levi's feels like someone typed the wrong number and just left it there. And if item 7 is already delivering a shock to the wallet, don't blink, because number 6 hits a different need entirely. And the value on that one is just as wild. 6. High Power 1000 Lumen Rechargeable LED Lantern, $19 to $29. Walmart is offering a 1000 lumen rechargeable LED lantern for under $30, and that's the kind of deal that speaks directly to anyone who's ever sat through a power outage. When the lights go out, the house gets quiet, and every corner turns dark, your priorities shift fast. A reliable lantern stops being something you'll get eventually and becomes something you wish you bought sooner. And let's be honest, how often do you find a lantern this bright, rechargeable, and durable for a price this low? Anyone over 50 knows the drill. Storms roll in, the grid groans, and suddenly you're relying on the tiny flashlight on your phone like it's a lifeline. It's inconvenient, it drains your battery, and it never lights up more than a few feet around you. That's why this lantern stands out. 1000 lumens cuts through the darkness, fills the room, and gives you peace of mind that your household isn't stuck stumbling around until the power comes back. And at this price, it turns a basic necessity into an easy pickup. What makes this deal especially smart is the practicality. Emergencies don't schedule themselves, and backup lighting isn't something you want to be thinking about in the moment you need it. Under $30 for a lantern that bright? That's a no-brainer for anyone who's lived long enough to know how chaotic outages can get. And if item 6 is already hitting home, wait until item 5, because the next one brings a whole different kind of value, and it surprises almost everyone who sees it. 5. Govee 65-inch LED Light strip, around $99 to around $69. Walmart is rolling out the Govee 65-inch LED light strip for around $69. And this is one of those upgrades that instantly changes the feel of a room. Everyone has that one spot at home. The dark corner, the plain wall, the space that just looks unfinished. A simple strip of high-quality LED lighting can turn that dead zone into the most modern-looking part of the house in seconds. And tell me honestly, when was the last time you saw premium ambient lighting drop this far in price? Govee has built a reputation for bright, consistent, color-rich lighting that feels more expensive than it is. At nearly $30 off, it becomes an easy choice for anyone wanting to refresh their living room, kitchen, TV setup, or office without spending a fortune. These strips add warmth, style, and depth. And they make even older furniture or older decor look newer, just by lighting them the right way. That's why so many shoppers grab these without hesitation. The transformation is instant. What really makes this deal impressive is the price-to-impact ratio. You spend around $69, and your home suddenly has that clean, modern glow people usually pay much more for. It's premium for cheap in the best way possible. And if item 5 already feels like a smart home upgrade, hold on, because the countdown is heading towards some seriously shocking deals. The closer we get, the wilder it gets, and you won't want to miss the next one. 4. Reebok Women's 2-Piece Sportswear Set, $25. Walmart is putting out a Reebok Women's 2-Piece Sportswear Set for $25, and shoppers are seriously stopping in the aisles over this one. A full branded outfit, top and bottoms, priced lower than what most people spend on a single t-shirt. That alone makes people double-check the tag to make sure the price is real. Deals like this stand out fast, especially for shoppers who know how expensive activewear has become over the years. And honestly, how often does a major brand drop a complete outfit into the budget category like this? Reebok isn't some off-brand label that fades after one wash. It's a household name known for comfort and long-lasting gear. So when someone picks up this set and says, "There's no way this whole outfit is $25, they're saying what everyone else is thinking. The fabric quality, the fit, and the brand reputation make this price feel unreal in the best way possible. It's the kind of find that feels like you stepped into a flash sale without warning. And yes, this is the type of deal people end up telling their friends about. This offer also lands at the perfect time for anyone wanting to get active, stay comfortable, or simply refresh their wardrobe without overspending. When a full Reebok set costs the same as 2 coffees and a tip, it removes every excuse for putting off that gym walk, workout class, or daily stretch routine. It's practical, stylish, and surprisingly affordable, everything budget-conscious shoppers appreciate. And if item 4 is already delivering value like this, just wait, because number 3 hits a completely different crowd and sparks instant reactions. 3. Lego Speed Champions 2-Pack, $44 to $25. Walmart is taking the Lego Speed Champions 2-Pack from $44 down to just $25, and that's the kind of price cut that shocks both parents and collectors. Lego almost never goes on true rollback. It's one of the few brands that holds its value year after year. So when a popular 2-car set drops this far, people freeze right there in the toy aisle because deals like this are the exception, not the rule. And really, when was the last time you saw real Lego sets fall this much without a catch? Collectors know the truth. Lego simply doesn't discount unless something unusual is happening. That's why grown adults quietly whisper to themselves, "Buy it. Don't think. Just buy it," as soon as they notice the price tag. Whether you're grabbing it for a grandkid, adding it to your own display shelf, or saving it for the holidays, this is one of those grab now or regret it forever moments. The value is so strong that even people who weren't planning to buy Lego end up putting it in the cart. And yes, fans can spot a rare deal from a mile away. What makes this rollback even more impressive is how fast it disappears. Lego deals don't sit on shelves. They vanish quicker than the tiny pieces kids lose under the couch 5 minutes after opening the box. $25 for a set like this is the kind of price that fuels impulse buys and early holiday shopping at the same time. 2. Igloo 50 QT Overland Ice Chest, $69. Walmart is rolling out the Igloo 50-quart Overland Ice Chest for $69, and that's a price that instantly grabs the attention of anyone who spends time outdoors. A cooler of this size and quality usually costs way more, especially one built to handle long weekends, family trips, and real-life rough conditions. Seeing a rugged Igloo model dip to this price range is the kind of moment that makes shoppers stop and say, "Hold on, is that correct?" Because this is not a flimsy cooler, it's a workhorse. Igloo has been a trusted name for decades, and this overland model earns its reputation. Thick insulation, durable handles, solid construction, and a capacity big enough to carry everything you need for a full weekend away. Whether you're camping with the family, tailgating before the big game, hosting a fall gathering, or just stocking drinks for the backyard, this cooler handles it all. And getting all that performance for $69 feels like grabbing next-level gear without the next-level price tag. Deals with this much practicality are hard to ignore. What makes this offer even more appealing is its versatility. It's large enough for serious outings, yet affordable enough that anyone can pick one up without hesitation. At $69, it becomes one of those items you buy once and use for years. The kind of grab that makes future trips easier, colder, and a lot more comfortable. And if you think item 2 is impressive, just wait, because nothing, and I mean nothing, comes close to what's waiting at number 1. 1. Kong Classic. Stuffable dog toy, medium, $11.96. The Kong Classic dog toy is one of the most recognizable pet products in America, and Walmart offering it for $11.96 feels like a gift to every dog owner out there. This isn't some generic chew toy. It's the one pets go crazy for, the one that survives months of chewing, tossing, and rough play. Almost every household with a dog has owned one or stepped on one at 2 a.m., and at this price, it's nearly impossible to pass up. What makes this deal special is how universally useful it is. Whether you have a calm dog, a hyper dog, or a chew-everything-in-sight dog, the Kong can handle it. Fill it with peanut butter, treats, or kibble, and your dog will stay busy long enough for you to finally enjoy a quiet moment. The value-to-smile ratio on this toy is unbelievable, especially under $12. Every pet parent knows how rare that is. And here's the truth. This toy doesn't just make dogs happy, it makes life easier for their owners. Less destruction, less boredom, and a whole lot more peace around the house. A small investment with a huge payoff. Deals like this are the perfect way to close out a countdown filled with shockers and real savings. And if number 1 hits this close to home, you already know why these Walmart deals feel almost unreal. Alright, quick question before you go. Which deal hit you the hardest, and what's the best Walmart steal you've ever found? Drop it in the comments. I want to see what you've scored. And if you want an even bigger edge when you shop, don't miss the video on screen. I'll show Walmart secrets you can't ignore. It's packed with tips every shopper should know. See you there. Stay frugal, stay sharp.